Good day to everyone. Today I'll be presenting a project that was held at the Escuela Secundaria Técnica Mexico 2020-2021 Poultry Home School Project. As the theme says, the essence of agriculture isn't about farming, it's about feeding the world and a commitment to long-term sustainability. I want to emphasize on it since in the past year and counting, education found a challenge in the online teaching for many teachers in their respective subject. In agriculture, it was a little of how to get across mainly the practicals of what is done in agriculture via online. To get across the essence of what truly agriculture is and how important it is in our lives. As such, I integrated the Feeding Broiler project to my students, and always emphasizing and highlighting that agriculture is not only about being in the farm and under the sun, but that it can be a survival skill each one can develop. Being at home in this pandemic, many things can be done and learned. Feeding broilers was one that could have been accommodated and also at the same time be part of their educational process in the subject area of agriculture. I will share highlights of the project that I had with my students for the year 2020-2021. Chickens can teach children many different facets of education topics, but even more, raising chickens can teach children important life skills that they will carry with them for the rest of their lives. Students and parents learn things like accountability, responsibility, sharing, empathy, compassion, and critical thinking skills. Children and chickens may not seem as a natural combination as a child and a puppy, but you may be surprised at the bonding experience that students and their families had with chickens. Keeping chickens in the backyard is much more than a passing fad or trend, and it's slowly working itself into the fabric of life for families all over. People are happily learning that chicken keeping is an activity that the whole family can get involved in. Chickens are fairly low maintenance and do not require much than feed, water, and shelter. They do need to be locked up in a secure coop at night to keep them safe from predators. At the beginning, students were very enthusiastic in starting growing their baby chick. I can also say some were very reluctant to grow chicks. At the end, I did not give up, and I continue in motivating the students and parents. It was interesting. Students even placed a name to their chicks. Students that did not have access to purchase a chick were assisted by some good Samaritans that donated the chicks to the students. I must highlight that the school also provided feed for their chicks for the students. Students were taught through the whole process in how to manage the care of the chick while growing them. Students were given guidelines, feeding guidelines, to follow as well in order to have healthy and strong broilers. As you can see, what do chickens need? Chickens need food, chickens need water, chickens need shelter. Feed and feeding, right? Feed are to be stored in containers where rodents cannot enter. The types of feeders need to be clean, safe, and sturdy. The feed that is available for chickens can be corn, soybeans, rice as well, or the ones formulation vary on the age and purpose, such as starters, growers, finishers. These are the feeding guidelines that were given to the students based on the broilers they want to to day 21, they started with starters, day 21 to day 35, the growers, day 35 to day 42, then what's given the finisher. Right here has the amount that the chick needs to consume in those certain times, how much percentage was given at the other days for day 20, 21, and 22 as well. So here you can see that information was provided to the students in order to have information based on how to guide themselves in growing their chicks. Waters and waters, meaning that the chicks need to have fresh water every day, 65 degrees Celsius, twice per day maybe, or between midday. Students need to keep manure out of the water for it not to tip over. Chickens do poo like dogs as well. Needs change with age and weather as well. So these are the things that students did, and they were very smart enough in saying that how they invented their waterers by themselves by recycling as well. Student needed to do a house, right? Meaning a coop. They needed to see where to place it, where it's safe, if there is ventilation enough for dry and draft free, right? Predators proof. The housing, the coop needs to be predator proof. Cleanable, they will be able to enter and clean it. Heatable, meaning that when it's cold and when it's hot, they have control over it. As well, the size of their coops that they did, average would be 2 square feet per bird. Other considerations, they needed to look at the disposal of manure, the diseases that the chickens can obtain, and the biosecurity itself, the good husbandry. We know that if we have other animals beside it, they can cause a sickness to the animals, so that can be a factor that will affect. Students shared along the course pictures of their coops, preparation, and how they feed their chicks. The students also showed via their cameras their chicks, how they are growing, developing. Also, the students share an instance whereby some of them grew more chicks, and also some use it for consumption, and some of them also found a way of income to assist their families with the raising of chicks. We'll be sharing a short video based on some students and parents' feedback based on this project.
Having a baby chick is a huge responsibility. If not taken care of well, it might end up not growing or living. With that huge responsibility comes some benefit. Some benefit of having a chick is that they provide food and fiber in the form of eggs. They also provide us with meat and feathers, and they are great companionships. When I started growing my baby chick, I made sure it had enough water and food for the day. The food I gave them was either grains of rice or mash. It is said that by feeding them with mash, they grow faster. And I made my parents assist me in building a small house so that it can be safe. I also made sure that the house got enough light and shade, because it is also said that if you leave a chick in light, it grows even faster. Thank you for listening to my video.
My name is Christopher Martinez. I'm an Agri-business student at the Escuela Secundaria Técnica Mexico. And today I come to present on my third farm agriculture project, food conversion ratio. This project consisted in raising a single broiler chicken and taking in consideration the 3-to-1 food conversion ratio. For every 3 kilograms of feed, a kilogram of weight would be gained. After the project ended and my broiler chicken reached maturity, I was able to see that if this project was taken to a bigger scale, it would be more beneficial. Now, with the knowledge and skills I gained, I decided to invest in more broiler chickens, which was 10, and I was able to calculate the amount of food I was going to give them. So after that project ended, I was able to see profitability after it. Now I've decided to extend on a larger scale of it, and I've gone into layered chickens. However, these layered chickens, they are hybrid, which means that the 5-to-1 ratio for every 5 kilograms of food given to a broiler chicken a unit would be gained. This is now going on to these layered chickens. As they are layers mixed with other type, the food conversion ratio would go on to a minor scale, but still it will give me the same unit of weight gain after each. So to this I can say that for a single chick I can go up to a 3.75 kilograms of food for every unit of weight gain. And it's going to be profitability now because these are hybrid chickens. Thank you for your attention.
Mi nombre es Gladys Magali López de Martínez. Somos de la aldea de San Joaquín y en esta oportunidad quiero agradecerle a la maestra Corinne Kahn que le dio la oportunidad a nuestros hijos de aprender a cómo es el crecimiento de los pollos. Mi hijo, yo lo vi muy entusiasmado, hizo el proyecto y a raíz de ese proyecto mi hijo tomó la iniciativa de poder continuar ya no con un proyecto de la escuela, sino ya un proyecto que él mismo se propuso hacer. En esta oportunidad él cuenta con 30 pollos que tiene nuevamente en crecimiento, solo que ya cambió de pollo de engorde a pollos híbridos, que esta clase de pollo, él me explica que consiste en que esta raza él puede criarlos con mitad de comida de crecimiento y con mitad de comida que lo que sería el contenido de maíz u otro tipo de pastura. Agradezco a Escuela Técnica México que toma las oportunidades que se le presentan para poder educar a nuestros hijos y enseñarles, no solamente en proyectos escolares, sino también proyectos que nuestros hijos pueden poner a continuación en su vida diaria, en sus hogares, y ellos puedan sacar adelante ya un proyecto para que ellos puedan obtener mayor experiencia y salir adelante en su vida diaria. Mucho gusto de haber conocido a la maestra Corinne Kahn. Le agradezco todo lo que ella les enseñó y que Dios le bendiga a cada uno de todos los que están viendo este video.
A special thanks goes to our school, ESTM, our administration, my head of department, Mr. Carlos Na, the anonymous contributors, parents, Ms. Gladys Lopez, students, Gina Carrillo, Christopher Martinez, to mention a few, also to those that in one way or the other assisted me throughout the course. Thank you.